Hey everyone! So, I'm about to display the stories that are gonna get made into books for my cousin's kids in this video. Well, only a few at a time on my Instagram stories because I guess we have a certain theme going on here. Ooh. My hands are a little trembly with holding the camera. Alright, it looks like it's on to more shopping. More online shopping. And we've got another video up. We've got the blue. So
Whoa!
let's look at a couple of
Blue just skadooed into one of her polka dots books.
photoshoots that I was mentioning.
Let's go! Blue skadoo, we can do.
Yep, this is one of them.
Wow! Everything here is polka dotted. Let's go find our friend Polka Dots.
Help! I'm having an ice cream emergency! Hi, I'm Polly, and I have to deliver all this ice cream around the city before it melts.
Maybe we could look like teenage
Good idea,
puppies.
Blue. We can give you a ride. What can we ride in to deliver all that ice cream?
An ice cream truck.
An ice cream truck. Awesome! Let's ride in. An ice cream truck. This is a pretty cool ice cream truck. Cool, because ice cream is gold. Come on, help us deliver some ice cream.
Buckle up.
We have another talking bank.
Ready?
Talking banks.
Let's go. We made it. Hello. Can we have 3 ice cream cones, please? Sure thing.
Thank you. One for you. And you. And for you. Enjoy!
Enjoy! Thanks a chocolate lot. I couldn't have done it without you.
Anytime, anywhere.
Bye, Blue. Bye, Josh.
Come on, let's keep looking for polka dots.
Oh, no.
Sounds like someone else could use our help.
Photoshoot.
Come on.
Several of these that I've seen.
What's the matter?
Hi, I'm Patty. I need to get to my sister, but she's over on that island.
We can help.
Now another gift.
What do we need to ride across the water to the island?
Well, I wonder what it would look like.
A boat.
A boat?
Yeah.
Yes! Great thinking. Let's ride in a boat! Ahoy!
We did it! Woo! Hi, Poppy. Thank you so much.
Anytime, anywhere. Hey. Now we really need to find polka dots.
Hi, Josh. Hi, Blue. Up here. All the way up. Keep going. Come meet me at the top of the rainbow. I want to show you something.
So after like those toys and again, as well as seeing what I would like as gifts before I go to the mall. I guess we're gonna go back to like the books thing, and I guess a lot of us liked Disney Channel, so I guess we're gonna bring back some nostalgia as well with shopping for Disney Channel books. In fact, what were your favorites growing up?
the gills are free, you'll grab it from the collar here, and without much pressure, it tears right off. So now, holding onto the collar and the gills, using your finger to sort of open up the belly, you'll take out all the guts. As soon as you do that, the rib bones start separating on their own, touching one side of the spine. You use your fingers sort of like a knife, run it straight down. And do the same exact thing to the other side. Make sure you're completely free. Then pick the spine up from the center and sort of slip the tail through. Pull these up, take them out. And then you will have a butterfly sardine. Porgy. Porgy is a classic East Coast fish. I always look at porgies as the pigeons of the sea, which is not a bad thing. I say that usually because they have some crazy colors in them when they first come out of the water. Lots of like purples and greens and blues. It's a classic like fish fry spot fish for sure. So to start, we'll grab our scaler, get that fin out of the way. Start peeling scales back, making sure you're going diagonal against the grain of the scales from the tail towards the head, making sure you're getting everything out of the way that's going to get in the way of your knife. If you have difficulty scaling these fish, just play around with the position of the scaler. I mean, it just kind of depends on the fish and how much trouble the scales are giving you. The skeletal structure is going to be pretty basic. Pull this up, get right down underneath that collar, and come out. So you make your first cut at the head. Now, porgies can be skinny sometimes, so especially important to make sure that you are staying tight to the bones. Crack through the pin bones on the ribs, pushing down on them, peeling the fillet back. Now, one thing I think people don't give porgy enough credit for is its fat content, and you'll feel it as you cut this, how oily the fish is. That's porgy fillet. Boston mackerel. This fish is highly oily, definitely has a strong fish flavor, which is great because it is a fish. Super good for you, super high in omega fatty acids. Really good for like brain development and things like that. This fish is awesome and my personal favorite. So Boston mackerel is a great fish to eat whole, whether you just pull the guts out and throw it in your oven or butterflying it. And that's what I'm going to show you today. So this guy, open up the gill plates and just snip that very tip there. Work around sort of the membrane, open it up. Be really careful not to puncture too many organs. You'll open this guy up. Get your scissor into the tip of the gills, gently pinch and twist, and pull up and out. Get a paper towel to clean off the insides. This blood is fairly strong flavored, so you don't want to have too much of it touching the actual fillets. So we'll start from the tail. Stay on top of these small fins here. Make your first cut really shallow, making sure you're on top of the bones. Opening up that belly cavity, just gently cracking through the rib cage. Following through to the other side, cracking the remaining fin bones. Once you have that side free, flip the fish over, starting from the head, and just using the very tip, just start cracking through those bones. And being careful not to cut all the way down through the skin. Then with your scissors, you'll cut right in the middle of the tail to get into the bones. And once you're here, you can just pull out and crack. Face the head away from you, and just get right up against those ribs, and just gently wiggle your knife underneath them. Same thing on this side, just follow them, kind of pulling them away from the flesh as you do it. And with these guys, because their bones are so small and brittle, it's totally fine to leave the pin bones in and leave it as is.
Tech employers need your voice. That's why Mount Mary University students are in demand in high-paying technology careers. Choose to major in cybersecurity, business analytics, digital marketing, web design, and computer science. Our flexible hybrid schedule blends online convenience with traditional on-campus courses. Get the all-women's advantage. Gain real-world experience and become career-ready. We're shaping tomorrow's game changers. I am Mount Mary University.
One thing I'm certain of is that you are evil. Thank you for crafting this sword for me.
Bronzino. Bronzino is a farmed European sea bass, commonly eaten whole. Sometimes you see fillets. This, I think, is probably one of the best introductory fish. Super low maintenance. You can cook this any sort of way, and it's probably going to be delicious. Like with everything else, the scales need to come off. Another great way, actually, to scale a fish, if you're doing this in your house and you don't want to get scales everywhere, is to fill your sink with water and scale the fish underwater. And Bronzino is a pretty buttery fish to fillet, in that the meat kind of just wants to come off the bone. So when you're coming this and using small but smooth cuts, freeing up your fillet. Going on the second side, free up the collar. And when I go to my second position on a fish, I like to use the length of my blade to make that first cut. Just because the tail's a little skinnier, kind of wobbles a little bit while you're cutting it. Then I'm pushing down on the ribs to flex them out of my way. Once those are free, you can pretty much put your knife in and just follow straight down. And you'll trim up that belly. Nice fillet runs in there. Striped bass. So this is actually a farm-raised striped bass. Most of you that will be familiar with wild striped bass here on the East Coast, you can see that this is obviously very different. But with striped bass fisheries being at such critical conditions as they are right now, it's probably a pretty good alternative for us to start looking at farm-raised striped bass. So with this fish, you're gonna have to scale it, and with these fish particularly, you can clean up the collars, and those are delicious. And now we're gonna gut this guy. Cut here, enter with your scissor facing up towards the collar and towards the belly, cracking this open, and just pinch the gills, not cutting through them. You're gonna twist and go up and out, and then you should get most of it with it. This guy will just take a big towel, inside out. Now we're gonna cut this guy. Pulling taut, we're gonna make a sharp angle cut, right up the collar, and then just gently come down on the back of the spine. Angling up to crack those pin bones and get through the belly. Same thing for the other side. Actually just got stuck there. And a good thing to do when you get stuck actually, say you crack through the skeleton itself and you have half the fillet free and part of it still sort of stuck on there, lift up where you're stuck, just get the very tip of your knife and just start scraping little by little until you get where the bones start pushing down and angling your knife towards the skeleton until you're freed up. And don't get too stressed. It's okay. There's your cut. What I'm trimming away actually is essentially the stomach lining, which sometimes can be a bit tough. And as I mentioned before, these little collars actually make for very delicious eating. You broil them with a little soy sauce or something like that. They're pretty much the spare rib. Sea bass. Black sea bass is a local fish. This one came in from Massachusetts. They're great mild fish. They're perfect for pan frying, baking, cooking whole, crudo, all sorts of things. This is a very versatile, very delicious fish. So we'll take our scaler. You can put a pretty good amount of pressure on this fish because you don't want to go too hard and risk puncturing the skin. So you take your scissor, just make one cut, insert your knife, and just start to cut. Peel open, and that should take everything out in one shot. Crabs actually is what he's making. This is just one half of the crab. Now you clean your cutting blades. Cut behind the head, open up the collar. You'll enter your knife in through the back and make a shallow cut just along the back, just opening up so you can see the bones. Make another cut, make one here, and you should be good to go. Now you'll come over the spine on the other side for the rest of the fillet. What you do is you'll angle your knife pretty harshly and put quite a bit of pressure down onto the bones. And then when coming up over the ribs, you'll have some pin bones that you need to crack through. And you'll just start at the tail, use your momentum, just go right through them. And then sharp angle to get over those ribs, get all the belly meat, and finish your fillet. The other side, just flip her over, do the same thing. Have a sea bass with two nice fillets, hopefully not too much meat on the bones. And save that for some soup, and you're just gonna trim. There you go, 2 black sea bass fillets ready for dinner. Arctic char. Char is a salmonoid, pretty much a cross between a trout and a salmon, mainly farmed, usually in Scandinavian countries. You can pretty much expect everything that salmon has to offer, just a little fattier, a little more buttery. Definitely a very forgiving fish to cook. So, easiest way to fillet these fish, pick it up from the fin, put a finger right below the eye, just for some leverage. Now just cut right behind the head on a diagonal, and just chop the head off. That goes away, you make soup. What you do is you start at the top of the spine, just make a small cut, just opening it up, and then very gently follow that line. Then once your fillet is free from the back half, flip your knife over, enter in from the tail with just the tip, and just run it along. Flip back over, finish your cut.
You're joking. This is a joke.
You want jokes? Wait, new car? You need like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. State Farm agent can help you choose the coverage you need. Glad I can help. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Find yourself somewhere different. Kensington, see the world differently.
And all you want to do is trim up this rib section, leaving as little waste as possible. And there you go, Arctic char fillet. Red snapper.
are usually caught in the Gulf of Mexico. Fish that likes to eat a lot of shellfish, a lot of crabs, a lot of sweet things. So this fish is pretty popular with like Caribbean foods and things like that, but it could be in a really good ceviche, really great tacos. Crudo is a great option. All of it. It's great. It's a good fish. First we have to scale it. So now with filleting snapper, they have pretty aggressive rib bones actually, so that's something that you should look out for. They're pretty steep, so you make your first cut behind the head, open up the collar, go along the back. This guy's got some pretty flaky flesh as well, so you'll want to take care to not be rough with the fillet. When you cut the ribs, the first one curves in slightly, the second one follows, and then they become sort of normal. So you'll want to have that sharp angle, get that extra meat around that first rib, that second rib, and then just like normal, just follow it down and try to cut. One thing that's going to make this even a little easier beyond having a really sharp knife is making sure that while you're cutting, you're keeping your knife clean. Any extra bits, scales, flesh that's on there is probably going to end up getting stuck and ultimately damaging the fillet. So that's happened. Catfish. This guy you usually see fried, blackened, some sort of pretty aggressive treatment. Nice to the fish. They come from some pretty gnarly waters sometimes, but ultimately it is a good thing that we're eating so much of them. They are an invasive species. They eat everything, and they're very, very lizard. Because of the waters they come from, you do not want to puncture the belly. You do not want the smell of catfish guts in your house. So for catfish, you'll make your first cut right in the back of the head, and then I like to put my knife in and feel where the base of the spine is, and you'll make your first cut like that. And then really gently follow the back. And once you feel yourself get to the rib cage here on the top half, stop and start focusing on the rest of it. So you'll cut all the way down to the spine and free it up, going over to the other side, freeing all that up. And then when you come back,
So, I got my dinner already, and did you what's your opinions on the stories? I'll go ahead and do that now. And I guess I'm also gonna turn those stories into audiobooks as well. We'll see how that turns out. Well, I guess we're now doing the books. Whoops. So, I am, time for another video. This time it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it's...
Get to a little Randori.
What did he call them?
Master Splinter Origins, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Welcome back to our channel, and here we are with yet another entertaining video on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Today we are going to talk about none other than Master Splinter himself, and what makes him the undisputed master of all time.
You destroyed my family once. I will not allow that to happen again.
Master Splinter is undoubtedly always among the strongest fighters in the world, teaching his boys that there is so much more to learn constantly. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would be drowning had it not been for Master Splinter. Even in the early comics, Splinter was in charge of rearing them after they were all exposed to the goo that mutated them, as well as teaching them ninjutsu techniques. The Turtles need Splinter's training, but where did he learn his skills? The answer to that depends on the medium the Turtles are featured in. Known for being the adoptive dad and instructor of all 4 Ninja Turtles, the husband of Tang Shen, the long-lost biological father of Miwa, Karai, as well as the adoptive father and sworn adversary of the Shredder, Hamato Yoshi, also known by his aliases Master Splinter or Splinter, was a mutant rat who appeared in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2012 series. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
And it's looking real good, just like it should. Yeah, looking real good.
Who knew Walmart would make it this easy? Who knew I'd get the best roommate? Create your perfect dorm vibes with Walmart.
Yeah, looking real good.
Get over here.
Not everyone believes it, but the bad guys went good.
And now you want to work at a bank.
What?
But Yoshi had most recently been with the rats.
Then Hamato.
Splinter's first time on television, TMNT 1987. Yoshi was the leader of the ninja group called the Foot while he was a resident of Japan. Orokusaki, one of his pupils, persistently opposed him and sought to take over his position of authority. Ultimately, he was expelled from the clan after being falsely accused of trying to kill someone. Yoshi escaped from poverty and came to America. Being made to survive in the gutters, he became friends with the rats there. One day, a little kid was holding 4 newborn turtles in a fish tank as she came home from the pet store. The turtles slid down a drain where they struck Yoshi after the kid slipped and fell, sending the bowl crashing to the ground. Yoshi arrived home to discover the turtle wallowing in what he thought was shimmering goo. It turned out to be some sort of mutagen that made everyone who touched it assume the shape of a creature it had most recently interacted with. The turtles were newly humanized by Yoshi as a result of his endeavor to fix them up, along with Yoshi, who was recently exposed to rats, which caused him to get rat mutations. Along with his humanity, Splinter's character developed during the course of the show. He gave up the chance to be transformed back into a human at the beginning of the narrative in order to rescue the turtles, but he still had ambitions of doing so. Yoshi's human self might be temporarily restored in the Splinter No More by Donatello using the leftovers of the ooze that converted them, although the effect quickly wore off. Splinter came to the conclusion that he enjoyed his new condition, mainly because of the bond he had developed with his students after seeing how humans may sometimes treat one another. When he tells Shredder that Hamato Yoshi has passed away in the return of the Technodrome, this shift in viewpoint is substantiated. He was unconcerned about his mutant rat condition at the time of Were-Rats right from Channel 6 and cheerfully said that being a rat allowed him to live with and take care of the 4 turtles. In contrast to what the movie, the Mirage Studios and 2003 storyline stated, Splinter has a closer connection with the turtles that is more akin to that of a teacher and his pupils. In fact, the 1987 turtles in Turtles Forever are taken aback when the turtles from 2003 refer to Splinter as father. Splinter did, however, briefly display fatherly care for Leonardo in the episode The Old Switcheroo, when Leonardo was slightly hurt by one of Donatello's significant inventions. Leonardo is Splinter's most talented pupil, as he stays in the series episode Snakes Alive. In the episode Splinter No More, Splinter even has the option to reclaim his human identity, but he quickly finds that he loves living with the turtles instead. The turtles may always count on Master Splinter for a clever or insightful statement to try to make things easier for them. When it seems like the turtles are destined for an unavoidable fate, he will also demonstrate a little ninja prowess just in time. In regards to having Shredder as a rival, Splinter frequently engaged in combat with the Rat King. Being a mutant rat made him susceptible to the Rat King's control, and at first he was brainwashed into attempting to assassinate the turtles. But over time, the Rat King's hold on him began to diminish. In the episode Splinter Vanishes, Splinter demonstrated that he was not only resistant to the Rat King's magic, but also capable of swaying his rats to avoid him. In Turtles Forever, Splinter makes a brief appearance and meets the turtles from the 2003 television series. He is shown feeding Leo and Raph back in 2003 some rice to strengthen their bodies and spirits. He never once revealed to them about him being Hamato Yoshi, and after that, he vanished without a trace. The Master returns in the 2003 remake, TMNT 2003. When Splinter first arrived in Japan, he was just a regular rat that managed to get inside the Ancient One's house. He was discovered, but the Ancient One's adoptive daughter, Tang Shen, saved him and kept him as a pet. Similar to earlier iterations, Hamato Yoshi and an envious rival. This time, Yukio Mashimi, Yoshi's boyhood friend, became tragically involved with Tang Shen. Eventually, the two of them became guardians and joined the Utrums. Mashimi killed Tang Shen and revealed the location of the Utrums to the Shredder out of envy towards Yoshi's success as a guardian and his love for Tang Shen. In retaliation, Yoshi murdered Mashimi and fled to America, taking the Utrums and the pet of Tang Shen along with him and renaming him Splinter. Splinter cohabitated quietly with his master while in New York and studied ninjutsu by imitating Yoshi as he practiced. Later, the Shredder would hunt down Yoshi and kill him after attempting to coerce him into disclosing where the Utrums were. In another universe, Splinter scratched Hun rather than Shredder when his sensei Yoshi was being assaulted. Soon after, he saw an almost tragic accident when a young man prevented an elderly blind man from being run over. But while doing so, he ran upon a young man carrying a tank that had 4 newborn turtles that had fallen into the sewer. In the meantime, the vehicle that almost ran over the man swerved, causing a canister of green goo to spill out. The turtles were covered by the contents of the canister when it broke open. Splinter discovered the turtles coated in mutagen made by the Utrums while exploring the sewers. They were led to his nest by him. He grabbed them up while dousing himself in the slime, feeling sorry for them. The turtles had increased in size when he woke up in the following morning, and he realized that the ooze had altered both the turtles and him. Except on the surface, the turtles accompanied him everywhere. Eventually, he takes the decision to nurture them as his own, after which he starts teaching them ninjutsu. Splinter selected monikers for all the turtles from a worn Renaissance art book he pulled from the storm drain. He collected Yoshi's remains during the turtles' infancy and transported the turtles back to Japan in order to bury Yoshi's bones close to the Ancient One's residence. The Ancient One, who was startled by his new condition, asked about Yoshi. Splinter told him of Yoshi's fate and accused the tribunal of standing by and doing nothing. The Ancient One and Splinter could not glimpse the bone demon, which the turtles believed to have seen. The infants tried to persuade Splinter the following day that they had seen the demon.
Life is more legal than you think, and LegalZoom is here to help. Whether it's registering a business, starting a will or trust, or staying on top of your business licenses. When you need a legal hand, turn to LegalZoom.
And although he was still unable to see him, he felt his presence. They followed the demon to the artifacts after following the Ancient One all the way into the Tribunal Monastery. Infuriated by their interference, the demon snatches the elders and plans to slay them both. The masters were able to overcome him because the turtles conquered their fear and destroyed the necklace that made him invisible. Although they were permitted to let Splinter remember, the tribunal praises them and acknowledges how unique the turtles are while erasing their memory of the journey then. In order to send everyone home, they created a portal leading back to Splinter's lair and gave each of them their new masks. The turtles were constantly admonished by Splinter not to approach the surface under any circumstances. They defied him in The Lesson and tried to disguise the fact that they were teaching a little child how to cope with bullies. When they were attempting to keep their secret, Splinter observed how guilty they appeared, but chose to ignore it. He found them topside one night, reprimanded them for instructing when they weren't ready themselves, and disciplined them for defying him. The 4 turtles weren't completely aware of the horror he was preparing them for until The Shredder Strikes Part 1, in which they discovered the Shredder's malice and wrath, and how he murdered Splinter's master Yoshi. To prevent the spread of darkness throughout New York along with the world, the turtles then began their battle with the Shredder. The Ancient One is frequently joined by Splinter, who keeps expressing his greatest worries about the safety of his kids, and the strict training techniques used by the Ninja Tribunal once they recruited them to face Tengu's Shredder. He had dreams about his boys dying in combat, so when it really happened, he was devastated. He was relieved to see that his boys only suffered a knockout and vanquished the Tengu Shredder. Splinter did not make any physical appearances in Back to the Sewer, but Viral did make him appear as tiny data fragments scattered through cyberspace. The only times he was ever physically shown were in the first episode of BTTS, Tempus Fugit, when he was first dispersed into a billion data pieces, and the final episode, Wedding Bells and Bites, when he was brought back to real life and visited April and Casey's marriage ceremony, which was televised. Nevertheless, he did show up in a couple of flashbacks. Splinter is depicted as having a deep love for his boys. The face of Splinter was also changed to more closely resemble his appearance in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where he has now a Japanese goatee. Hamato Yoshi's legacy, still alive in 2012. TMNT 2012. Splinter is shown telling the Turtles the vital tale of his mutation in Part 1 of Rise of the Turtles. He also saved the mutagen container that caused their collective mutation as a cute souvenir. Splinter grudgingly agrees to let the Turtles wander the magical alleys of New York City in honor of their 15th birthday. Splinter tells Leonardo about his conflict with the Shredder in Part 2 of Rise of the Turtles, when Leonardo asks if he can really handle becoming the head of his siblings. In Turtle Temper, Splinter demonstrates to a cranky Raphael that being angry might in fact put your neighbors in danger. Splinter retells his complicated history again and again. He says that one of the members of his family was slaughtered right in front of his eyes as a result of his rage at the Shredder. Splinter only makes a brief appearance in New Friend, Old Enemy, when he spots Leonardo making a familiar move during a sparring lesson with Raph. Leonardo, Mikey, and others were taught this move. They rapidly come to the realization that Chris Bradford, Mikey's new pal, is one of the lethal top henchmen of the Shredder. Splinter unintentionally captures the Turtles in a lair performing a ridiculous skateboarding feat in I think his name is Baxter Stockman. He bans them from leaving for a whole week, but they slip away against Splinter's orders and come upon Baxter Stockman, a lone man in a robotic arm who is attempting to break into a tower to get vengeance on those who dismissed him. They first easily overcome him, but the fight develops into far more than they had envisioned. Splinter is not happy at all that they deceived him, but he does offer them some sound advice on their encounter with Stockman. Never fight the armor, fight the man within. In Metalhead, Splinter persuades Donatello, who is discovering his personal bow staff for being comparatively useless in battle, that employing martial arts may occasionally be more successful than relying on mechanical devices. When the Krang takes control of Metalhead, a robot that Donnie himself created, he magically learns his lesson. He manages to destroy the machine with only part of his personal bow staff. When Splinter learns that April has a natural capacity to perceive interior sentiments in monkey brains, he falls rather enamored with her, something he could not adapt to appropriately. Splinter wants to train her to evolve into a Kunoichi, a female ninja, in retaliation. The comic that expanded it all, IDW. Even though Splinter was formerly Hamato Yoshi, and still possesses all of his abilities and experiences, he has never killed anybody in his new mutated body, and doesn't intend to either. Splinter finds it difficult to remain composed. He desires to kill Saki, and cease his terrible deeds before he ruins the lives of many others. If he wants to survive this predicament, Splinter understands he must maintain emotional control. Splinter had an unexpected flashback to a time when he was Hamato Yoshi. When Master Masato shows up, Yoshi is brutalizing one of his friends. He is told to stop and follow him. As they proceed into the forest, Masato commands Yoshi to remain silent. Masato teaches Yoshi that while fire is a necessary tool, it must be carefully regulated to prevent personal harm. Yoshi must learn to manage his anger before it swallows him, says Masato, who compares it to fire. He gives Yoshi the instruction to reflect on this till he is at peace with it.
Who knew Walmart could come through like this?
Obsessed. All of this.
Create your perfect dorm vibes with Walmart.
Obsessed.
My secret to luminous skin? Olay Super Serum Body Wash with 5 skincare ingredients in 1.
Yoshi was first incensed over being sent out to meditate alone, but he later saw that his anger validated Master Masato's point. He spent several hours in silent meditation. Yoshi stumbles into a brook after being scared by an approaching person. At first, he is furious, but when he realizes that a lovely woman has approached him, his anger diminishes. Tang Shen, the woman, offers to start a fire so Yoshi may dry his wet garments. Yoshi's rage began to subside during that first chat, and as a result, The two started seeing one another more frequently until they eventually got married. Masato compliments Yoshi on his improved attention and talent as a consequence of managing his anger as they are having tea together. The adulation given to Yoshi irritates the other present person, Oroku Saki. Masato informs
Okay, I guess with another online shopping thing with the emo look. I guess with the photo shoot looks, they could also be Halloween costumes as well. Basically the more like non-scary version, because I guess the celebrities on social media do like some pretty terrifying looks, to which we'll talk about that next week. So, I got the picture for the shirt designs for Christmas to be drawn. And how do you like it? How do you like them? based on like my imaginative expose. Well, I guess. Do you think you could design some shirts like that for me as well? Please? Did I ever tell you that this story is on my stuffed animals account and got a lot of views?
Thanks, mailbox. You're welcome. Bye-bye. We just got a letter.
Well, it looks like the comic book versions of them did it as well. So, yes, they're gonna be published into bedtime stories. So, from the first set of things that we looked at, I bet that a lot of you have some thoughts on that. And then the second set with the singers and our photo shoot, make hair and makeup ideas along with the dresses and shoes and accessories. You know, they look really pretty. Also, I love how there's a lot of narration going on in this film from this girl. Well, this is how I would like write fantasy story narration. Well, where would it fit though? Especially like the hairstyle of this girl, it would remind me of the stuff in the yearbooks of the late 50s and early 60s. Oh, and we're gonna get some more there. Oh, and there are pom-poms on her dress. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Well, that didn't really look like a dress. Yeah, it looks like we got a fancy event going on here. I hope so. So I guess I'm gonna try to like find some other pictures to draw like we see here for the designs already drawn out. Well, I hope they can take my ideas and turn them into shirts. And remember my little hack. There's a little hack on TikTok where you take the size of something and draw it through. Well, have you ever tried that hack? I learned that from 5-minute crafts. Does that sound interesting? So, I guess the biggest part of our online shopping is gonna happen soon. We're actually gonna look at the kids' books by celebrities, just for people who get a little surprised. On next Tuesday. So maybe sure you just make sure I didn't act like I didn't say it, and then maybe so that way you can be surprised and finally remember.
Original. Original Batman, mash up the place. In a Batman, mash up the place. Original Batman, Batman, mash up the place. In a Batman, mash up the place.
Just say no, 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 no.
Original Batman, mash up the place. In a Batman, mash up the place.
Just say
yeah, Batman, mash up the place. In a Batman, mash up the place. Original Batman, Batman, mash up the place. In a Batman, mash up the place.
Body nice. See, I got them here, them are moving right. See the girls, them a got me hypnotized. Them a make a bad man feel alright. Yeah, yeah. Man, I tell her when she go low. Say you gonna get me when I'm on low. Man, I tell her when she go low. Bad man, I put you in a photo. I count down, she a put me on a rundown. Go down, she a give me on a low now. Go now, anywhere you wanna go now. Bad man, me I put you on a first class.
No, 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 no.
Batman, mash up the place. In a Batman, mash up the place.
Just say yeah,
Batman, mash up the place. In a Batman, mash up the place. In a Batman, mash up the place.
So baby, what you gonna do? Calling all your friends when they come through. So you give me your number one I control. So you really, really meant for the girls when they come through. Come through. Bad man, say she want, say she really want, she try to play the one. Calm down, take it slow. Say the girl, let my come in me yard, let my give me low. If you tripping, let me know what you really want. Is it riding with me or you really dirt? Then my girls, them a tell me that you really not. Make up your mind, let me know if you really got.
No, 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 no.
Batman, mash up the place. In a Batman, mash up the place.
Just say yeah,
Batman, mash up the place. In a Batman, mash up the place. Batman, mash up the place. In a Batman, mash up the place. Batman, turn up the vibe. Batman, turn up the vibe.
Original
Batman, turn up the vibe. 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 Batman, turn up the vibe.